Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I am your hostess, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver your latest free, timeless, general, channeled tarot message from the download series. So if you are here, there is definitely something here for you. If you're new, welcome to you. For all you returning, welcome back. Thank you for holding it down for the new ones to come around. Remember, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. And today we're broadcasting for the first time live on Clubhouse. So if anybody is on Clubhouse and you want to join this live YouTube broadcast, you can click the link in the bio on Clubhouse. Okay, you got questions, I've got answers. Look below the video. In the facts, you will find those answers. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to pull our last message first from the postcards from Spirits. Shout out to Jean Bean, our first commenter for the session. I see you, Vibrant. And baby girl, welcome back, y'all. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. What's the download message that I'm to deliver today? Ooh, and after these messages, right back. It said take the one that laid face up. So we'll do that, okay, as the cards flew to the floor. What do we have from the P&Q Oracle? So we'll save that card there. Ooh, they said soplalo. Put the breath of life on this whole reading. Okay, so hold on, let me get some water. All choked up. Some got you all choked up because I was all choked up. There could be some relation there. Okay, let's see what we have for the download message today. What is the download message got to say today? Please and thank you. I see your 10 Australian dollars, Georgina. Make sure that equals to 10 US dollars if you want to get your personal question answered, honey. You got to do the conversion. I ain't got time to do that while I'm reading, but I'll get to it at the end. All right, what do we have? What is the download message today, please and thank you? It is 10 US dollars if you want your personal question answered at the end of the live session. That is US dollars, not other country dollars, because other country dollars don't equal the same. You got to do the conversion, honey. All right, so interesting. I had two cards come out of the P&Q Oracle today. This first one here looks like a chunky kid with glasses standing with their shadow behind him and with a mask on this, okay? You want to know how to conversion? You just go online and find out how much is 10 US dollars in your form of currency. All right. This is why I appreciate when I have people who understand what's going on the show, because I'd rather just keep doing the messages instead of explain things like that. And that's why I'm like, thank you so much for my beautiful partner, my life partner, who really believes in my purpose. So that way we can do this together. So that way there is support so that I can stay focused on the task at hand and have support in that, you know. And so meanwhile, I'm supporting myself and I'm okay with that. And then I have you beautiful people who are supportive as well. And sometimes different ones of you have answers to the questions. You're very appreciated. Okay. There's something here in the message about that. Okay, that everything I just said applies to this message somehow. Now, we were looking at the back of this card, okay? And on the front of the card, it says a police officer tasing a bad guy who stole a sword from the military. This is Quentin's drawing. So there's somebody here who stole a sword from the military, okay? And the police officer is tasing him. That's Quentin's drawing. So there's something here about the authorities stepping in to put an end to a situation with a person who is taking advantage. Okay, they might be saying some bullshit. Somebody here might be causing some friction, some funk, slander, lies, manipulation, tactics. Okay. All right. And then we have Iron Man flying. Okay. Princeton drew this one. So we have Iron Man flying. He looks like he's got the head of an enemy over here hanging in his hand, okay? And the sun is up there, and everybody got glasses on. So everybody got their shades on. If you're feeling good, you're feeling cool. Let's see what we have coming out from the Abukra today, please and thank you. All right, so let's see what we have from the Abukra today. Thank you, DJ Ice. Thank you, Georgina. All right, so let's see what we have from the Abukra today. Certain experiences will make you much more wiser by the end of this cycle. Therefore, in your own interest, do not make any important verbal commitments or sign any binding documents until this cycle ends. Oh, time, you wisdom maker. So take your time in this, okay? It looks like there's some things going on in the background. You got some superhero support here helping to take out some situations that were low vibrational. They were counterproductive. They was working against you, something like that, okay? So let's see what we have coming out of the download oracle for our download message today. So thankful and grateful for all your beautiful love, for the fact that you keep showing up, that I keep showing up, and they're highlighting right now that, you know, when two or more are gathered in my name, there I am with you. So that energy is present. Also, the other thing is, while we're here and we're focused on these powerful channeled messages that come through, there is a commonality to our point of focus, okay? So that's the underlying message from the statement that was just said, the commonly known statement that was just said. Everybody knows that, but here there's a purpose here, and we are about that love and peace and happiness and the empowerment of the authentic divine nature of the human being to create that Buddha energy, the spiritually awakened human. Okay, so coming out from the download oracle, ooh, it's the Titanic and it's sinking. You asked one thing. Loose lips sink ships. Why do they follow if they've no desire to go? Walking away, intuition would say, now you know that it's blown. Give a chance to stand tall, but instead fall slack, and now there is no going back. It's not the first time, a second like this, breaking the chains of my bliss. Blessed lesson in this. So I see here that there was a situation that you kind of sabotaged yourself. It happened twice. Okay, it happened twice. But it looks like the first time you needed a lot of help from the spirit world to help get this energy in hand. But it looks like the second experience, you figured this shit out right quick in a hurry for yourself. We're so proud of you if that's resonating for you. It was a blessed lesson. You took some, I heard you took some loss, you took some stress, and you took some laws into mind, because I did begin by saying laws. So there's something about you took some laws into mind. Are those spiritual laws or man's laws? You took some maybe universal laws into mind in this experience, okay? You found some important lessons from these things. Now, when we're talking about these download messages, I'm always shown in past tense. So for some of you, you could be resonated with this being in your past. For others of you, you're going through this right now. And for some of you, it's still unfolding. You're about to walk into this. So let's see what we have from the dedications today. What is the dedication going to say? And again, we have two cards on this Tuesday from two decks so far, where I usually take one card. We have two cards. It's a 2-2-2-2 portal. So our first song from the dedications is I Can't Get Over You from Frankie Beverly and Mays. It says, I know I brought it on myself. I owe no blame to no one else. And now I realize I can't get over you. And though I do my very best, I just can't find happiness. And girl, it's all because I can't get over you. Somebody singing about how they can't get over you? Or is this you singing about how you can't get over another? Well, we'll find out more as this message goes on. Yeah. What's at the second card here is from Soul Survivors. On the expressway to your heart, the expressway is not the best way. At 5 o'clock, it's much too crowded, so crowded. Now there's too many ahead of me. They're all the time getting in front of me. I thought I could find a clear road ahead, but I found stoplights instead. I was wrong, baby. I took too long. I got caught in the rush hour. A fellow started to shower you with love and affection. Come on, look in my direction. So there's something here about somebody got stopped. And interestingly enough, at the bottom of the dedications deck, it says, stop in the name of love before you break my heart. I feel like you gave somebody a warning and you said, listen, you're going to need to cut this out. You're going to have to stop. Okay, you're going to have to stop this behavior. This, what you're doing, you're lying, you're cheating, you're stealing, your manipulations, you're gaslighting, you're bogarting. What the heck? Somebody doing all that shit. They doing too damn much. They need to stop because they're going to break their own heart. Somebody's heart got broken because they didn't heed the warnings. And maybe you weren't the one that warned them. I guess God warned somebody. They better chill the fuck out, but they didn't listen. See, this is the thing. If you're in that protected position, Spirit is going to step up in front of you and protect you from a whole bunch of shit that could come your way. Scientifically, we call this the Meissner effect. When you're in the higher vibration, the lower vibrations cannot connect. Okay. And so in church, we talk about God gonna protect you from the devil. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of a vibe going on here. So let's see what we have coming out from the Akashic Tarot for today's download message. What is today's download message from the Akashic Tarot? Please and thank you. All right. Here we go. It's the Oracle of Delphi. Again, with 2 cards. Really? We're going to be here all day. No, we're not. And it don't matter how long we're here. This is the most important thing we've got to do on the daily. Okay. And then we have the 7 of Scrolls, which is intricacies and industry. So something here about the Oracle of Delphi, that's that psychic intuitive energy, and intricacies in industry could have something to do with work in some type of form or fashion. Okay. That's definitely coming out today as well. And it's like, you realized where you were and what you needed to do, I hear. Okay. Let's get 3 factors for today's download experience. What are the 3 factors that we have today? From the tea leaf fortune cards, there's 1. What else do we have? From the tea leaf fortune cards, 2 and 3. There we go. All right. From the bottom of the deck, we have the arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. The arrow. The thing about the arrow is it's got to be pulled back so it can fly. You know what I'm saying? The further it's pulled back in the bow is the further it's going to fly, because increased tension on the bow gives it more velocity. Okay, so there's something here about if you've been feeling pulled back, don't worry about it, baby. You right where you supposed to be, because you about to fly. Spirit was giving you that pullback so you can fly. All right, let's see what we have from the tea leaf fortune cards. First factor, finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. With somebody casting that finger of blame again, you know what happens when you point that finger of blame. It's your fault. It's your fault. But you got 3 fingers pointed back at you. So you looking at the situation saying, well, how am I creating this? What I do to bring this about? And what can I do to switch this experience up? How can I change this experience? Let's see what we have coming out as a second factor. Here we go. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. So you get wind. Spiritually, I hear with the Oracle of Delphi, you get wind that somebody is up to something no good, and you're like, you got to go. Hit the door. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Or if you do, it's not a concern to me. That's a concern to you. All I know is you need to remove yourself from my space, or you know what? I'm removing myself from your space. I heard for somebody here, you knew this person since the days of MySpace. Okay, so let's see what we have as our third energy. Interesting. The pin comes through. New job or career. A new job or career. So somebody's leaving your life. New energy coming into your life. It could be a new job or career. Anywhere where there was old contracts and such, there are new contracts coming through. New contracts coming through for you. Okay. Let's get the overall guidance for you at this time. What is the guidance for you? Most important guidance. Okay, that stayed in the deck, and it was the word study. Study stayed in the deck. Okay, listen. All right. And this stayed in my hand, so I'm not taking it. Deception with nothing facing it. Like you've already uncovered a big deception. What stayed in the deck was, what was it again? It was study. Okay, and love. So you've studied a lot through love experiences. This love is upside down. You're done studying about life, about love through people who don't love you. You ain't dealing with no perception. But from doing that, you can pick up on these deceptive energies like that. Like you just be knowing, oh boy, this right here, this ain't for me. Not doing it. You've been through a huge transformation. Yeah, like the butterfly and the chrysalis, honey. You got to stay in where you've been for a certain amount of time for the energies to be co-creative and ripe and ready so that when you get out of there, you can go where you're supposed to go. Okay, let's see what we have with the calm energy. Look at this. This is your guidance. Be at peace with where you are. If somebody is leaving your life, don't let that freak you out. Know that it's blessing for you because you are a superstar, is what I heard. So let's see what we have coming out from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. We're going to take a look at your experience. Okay. What is the experience today? What is the download message I'm to deliver today? Okay. In your energy, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you pulled yourself out of it. You put yourself on lockdown from something or someone. You're getting your resources together. You're protecting your heart. You're protecting your home. You're protecting the things that you've worked hard to build up. You know, you're finally getting somewhere now. You ain't trying to let somebody come in and bring some I heard contamination energy into your experience. You're not finna let somebody with a low ride bullshit, whatever they doing, contaminate your experience, contaminate your energy. Yeah, that's not of interest to you at this time. The situation at hand is the 10 of Pentacles. For some, this is a situation involving family, ancestors. It could be also involving generations. For somebody, it's your grandpa. The other thing that I'm getting, this is interesting coming through. This is about connections with something that's long-term in your life. But the old man sitting on top, you know, God, Goddess has no physical form, but it's coming through with the vibe of protection and guidance from above. Okay. On the other side of the table, what do we have? Is the Ace of Cups. There is new love, self-love in this release. Okay. So, what do you need to know most about this experience? What you need to know most is the Six of Swords. You are moving out of troubled waters into calmer waters. Yes, you may still be carrying some of that blue, oh, so lonesome for you energy. However, that is dissipating slowly, like clouds do. You know, clouds are there, but eventually they all break up too. So you need to understand the difficult times, you're moving out of them. You're moving out of these difficult times. What's the guidance for you in this energy is the Two of Cups, honey. Focus on where you have the love. Okay, some of you are going to be upgrading in a love-related situation here. You're going to be choosing to accept love in your life. Okay, the bottom of the deck is Page of Pentacles. For a lot of you, this message is going to be talking about you and a child of yours. Okay. Interesting. Where it relates to you and a child of yours, I see that you're at home. You're not really able to do something about this child. This child could be far off living with a whole nother family. If that's true, you're feeling better about it because it's not about that child physically being with you. You're not that greedy, I heard. It's about that child being in a healthy experience, and that child is finally in a healthy experience. That child is in a loving home with a loving family. There are generations around this child now. There are a lot of support, a support system in place for this child right now. So that's giving you the feeling of feeling better. You know, things don't always turn out the way you think that they should, but they always come to good when you're focusing that high vibrational energy. Okay. And for a lot of you, what you need to know is this, where you are hoping to bring a child home, but the child is somewhere else and actually things are okay. You don't really have any complaints other than you don't have the child. Is this, what you need to know is it could be, and it looks like it is definitely related to the fact that you have something in regards to your career, your job, or your life purpose. It's coming up, and you need that flexibility of your time, of your availability in order to pursue this, in order to do this. Okay. So let's dig deeper. We'll use the handmade oracles. Let's see what we got going on in the download message today. Show me the download message today, please, and thank you for clarifying the download message today. Here we go. In your energy, showing up is intuition versus influence. I'm in love with you. You're so beautiful. I want to marry you. I want you to have my babies. Somebody is telling you what you want to hear. What do them vibes say? You picked up on vibes, even though somebody's words were not exactly a match to the vibes. You figured out somebody was telling you some horse shit, some bullshit, some cow shit. Either way, it was shit. You said, I don't want it. You can keep that shit over there. It's shit. You know what you do with shit? You flush shit. So here you go, flushing shit. You say, as long as my child is fine, as long as this baby is taken care of, as long as this baby is in a safe home where they have food, they have love, they have family, they're supervised, you know what I'm saying? They ain't by themselves walking the streets and shit. I'm okay with that, okay? Your intuition is telling you in some sort of way that this is actually the best place for this child to be. In regards to a connection with a person, and some of you are going to, thank you. Some of you are going to feel like everything I say, even though I'm talking about all these different situations, some of you are going to feel like everything I say is your personal reading. If that's you, put some in the comments and let me know that you felt like this was your personal reading. Others of you, it's going to be one part of the experience or a grain of wisdom that comes through here, a pearl of wisdom that you was able to catch and carry. So in this experience for you, you were aware that somebody was feeding you a line. They were telling you something because they wanted to manipulate your actions, your choices. In this experience, part 2 coming up. Part 2. So it's time for you to expand and use your wisdom where it relates to this experience with somebody who is filling your head with pipe dreams. I hear pipe dreams. What are pipe dreams? Where does the phrase pipe dreams come from? They're guiding me to do a little bit of research on the phrase pipe dreams real quick. So give me just one moment. Pipe dreams, meaning an unattainable or fanciful hope or plan. And let's see the origin and etymology. The origin is late 19th century, referring to a dream experience when smoking an opium pipe. Okay, so somebody's smoking some real good shit. Somebody is smoking some real good shit in this. Somebody is smoking, and here's the thing. Like I said, they was giving you pipe dreams. Somebody was speaking some pipe dreams to you. And in part 1, you figured out a whole lot. You found some of your superpower because of the pipe dreams that somebody was sending your way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was, maybe you are the one that you weren't quite in your right mind. And so in part 1, you woke up. You was like, hold on a second. There's some BS going on here. Why am I putting up with this? Why am I doing this? Why am I believing this bullshit when my intuition already told me it was a lie, that I didn't need to believe this stuff? Okay, for somebody that happened to you. Yeah. In part 2 coming up in this situation, there's fulfillment in this. I see fulfillment in this part 2. Yeah, because you got all the skills, the wisdom, and the experience from part 1. Now you apply that to part 2. And in part 2, here you have wholeness. The 10 of Pentacles, at the end of the day, the situation is about wholeness, being physically complete in your spiritual, in your physical, in your world. Your world is feeling right in part 2. I love that for you. Your world feeling right in part 2. So if you've been through some hard times, you know, you had to learn and figure out about people feeding pipe dreams and what to believe in and what not to believe in. You learned to let some stuff go. You know what I'm saying? You went through a whole transformation. You started to reassess and say, well, what do I really want for myself? Your intuition was kicked up. And you know what? There was some details that somebody was throwing in, and I heard throwing in a monkey wrench into your plan. They were throwing a wrench into the engine of your plan. Yeah, and you got word of it from your spirit about they were bringing a problem into your life. You started to see maybe some chaos in your finances, in your family, or somehow in your experience. You started to see some chaos fold in there, and you realize, hold on a second, no, my intuition kind of told me this was not going to be good. You remembering back to the beginning when somebody said some shit that put you on notice right then and there that there was something up with this person, whoever this was in your experience. It looks like we're definitely following this energy about some situation where you had to let go of a person in part 1, because they were coming through with a divisive energy of some sort, an energy of sabotage or tampering in you, okay? And so now it's like in part 2, you have all the wisdom and the experience of what has been to guide you forward. I'm being guided to read about this 10 of Pentacles from the book, from the guidebook. So let's see what the guidebook says. An old man sits on a huge tree trunk, symbolizing his longevity. 10 rings on the trunk surface stand for the decades he has spent on Earth and the experiences he's had all those years. The flowers entwining the trunk illustrate the intricate paths life can take and how beautiful life could be. Through the rings of the tree, we see the patriarch's biggest achievements, building a house and raising a family. He has led a successful life and is well positioned to share his legacy with his family. Upright, it means affluence, financial empire, stability, family life, security, sharing the prosperity. In reverse, it means business failure, isolation, financial insecurity, and disinheritance. So it's saying to me that in the past, you had some of that. You had some business failure, some isolation, financial insecurity, and disinheritance. This was a chaos that came in with some of these past connections that you'd have pulled your energy back because they filled your head with some pipe dreams. They filled your head with some pipe dreams. It talked about intricacies. Yeah, it did. Hold on a second. Where was that at? What did it say? It said, the flowers entwining the trunk illustrate the intricate paths life can take and how beautiful life could be. Okay, now, from the Akashic Tarot, we had the 7 of Scrolls talking about intricacies and industries, and now I'm being guided to read about that in this experience because this has something to do with the situation. So let's see what the 7 of Scrolls has to offer. One moment. 7 of Scrolls energy. Upright. Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At first, the building seems modest, but in time, its grandeur will reach several stories high and across centuries. But now piles of stones and rock dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partially built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you may have long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built stone by stone, day by day. It's only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. Pause on the book, and we're going to continue in a second. But what I'm getting about that is that In this experience, there was a need for you to pay attention to, was everything straight and upright? Well, clearly not. Something here indicated a problem. See that, what's it called? A plum something. Hold on a second. It was called a plumb bob, okay? The plumb bob hangs to let him know if things are straight, okay? So there's something here about you saw something, whether it was straight or not. That's the correction that needed to take place. Not only in your energy, but this is relating to family energy, legacy energy, your business, your prosperity, your wholeness, okay? In the reverse, a project or relationship or work situation may not be moving fast enough for you. You may be too urgent about it and too attached to the outcome. Or you simply might not want to deal with the particulars. Be careful not to act in haste. A little fir tree doesn't reach the sky by pulling on it, and cathedrals aren't built in a day. If you're not willing to be patient with the process and attend to the details, what you seek could collapse without ever coming to fruition. It's time to bring joy to the little steps now. Focus your work on the intricacies and trust that even your tiniest efforts will compound to create extraordinary success. Special note, whether this card is upright or reversed, notice the neighboring card to which the plumb bob points. The card will show you more about the intricate details of this specific task and about the other people involved too. Also be aware of the nearby card to which the cathedral spire points. It reveals your aspirations in the matter and the things that help or hinder you as you rise toward your long-term goal. There's a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that the situation is a puzzle in pieces on the table in front of you. Imagine that the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. What is the other card that came out with this card? Since there's so much emphasis on that, it's the Oracle of Delphi. This is the magician in this deck. The Oracle of Delphi was a protected woman. She was a woman set aside for a sacred purpose, okay? She could receive the divine messages and then give them to the people who came to her to deliver them, okay? So it looks like this definitely has to do with intuitive energies, okay? With being that channel. Let's see what we have from the book about this, being guided to read about this. Upright, the Pythia or the priestess at Delphi sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll, while the Pythia psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo. It is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the two important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. Reverse, this card shows that you've been denying your inner voice in some way. You may have gotten messages from your spirit or from other spirits that you haven't acknowledged or that you may be resisting. Perhaps you have been sidelining your psychic or mediumship work. Whatever the case, wake up to the power of the messages you receive. When you deny them, you undermine all you wish to achieve. So light the torch. When you listen to the voice within and respond to it, you become the oracle in your own life. It says, close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from the very depths of your being. Now notice the first thing that you sense. So that's a practice that you can do to create more of this psychic power and awareness within you. Okay. So I feel that reverse energy had a lot more to do with where you were in part one. Now in part two, it's apply, apply, apply. Your biggest achievement right now is your home and your family. You know that at the end of the day, the only thing that stays is the love and the love and the work that you built up. There's a need for you to focus on your work because you got a new job or career coming in, honey. You got to focus on your work. You can't be sitting up here worrying about somebody and their BS and the lies and the hoopla and the drama they're trying to bring to your life. You don't need that. You need to focus on your work right now. And you need to you're taking your time to listen to your intuition surrounding situations and circumstances that could be around family. Okay. Again, they're guiding me to read the Abukra to you. Certain experiences will make you much more wiser by the end of this cycle. Therefore, in your own interest, do not make any important verbal commitments or sign any binding documents until this cycle ends. Old time, you wisdom maker. They said, wait until I heard the new age of Aquarius. But they said the new zodiac year, which begins when Aries season starts. Okay. Something about then is when part 2 is going to be in full force. Until then, you're getting glimpses of what's to come, I hear. On the other side of the table, you have the Ace of Cups. This is somebody here in self-love energy. The Ace of Cups for me, very strong. Self-love energy. What does self-love energy do? It brings in new love. The Two of Cups, okay, which is your guidance. Because only if somebody, I heard, you can only love someone as deep as you can love yourself. Likewise is true for the other side of the table. They can only love you as deep as they love themselves. When you're dealing with people who don't have self-love, they're not going to be able to show you love. They're not going to be able to love you effectively because they don't even love themselves. So in part 2, there's something here about self-love being very important. Did somebody else also find self-love and you have been pulled your energy back from them? But now they found some self-love. They found their spiritual link to source. That's what self-love is. See, you the first gift that God ever gave you, that the universe ever gave you, that you are the creation, honey. You are the creation. If you're not honoring you, how can you expect anyone else to honor you? And so somebody here in this experience on the other side of the table, they find a self-love in a real tangible way. It's affecting the way their choices and decisions are coming out in their life. And because they're in that self-love energy, for some of you, this is a new person coming in your experience that is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But because they're in that self-love energy, they overflow it. They have enough. In this image that we have here, there's this cup. It's a beautiful cup. And coming out of it, we have all these yellow butterflies. So I see somebody here has been going through a huge transformation. Yeah, somebody has gone through a huge transformation that is allowing them to overflow love. Because they're in that vibe, they can actually attract real love. And I believe because you have the Two of Cups coming out in your guidance, you're attracting a person who's ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who knows how to love self at a deeper level and is ready to love you. And when they meet you, they pick up on that vibe from you. Because again, we said, what do the vibes say? But we're going to find out some more. Why is the Ace of Cups showing up on the other side of the table? I am ready to get frisky by trying new things. Adventurous. Somebody here is adventurous. They're ready to try new things. They're ready to get frisky. They're ready to try something new. They've been through this. Maybe they were the one that was in the caterpillar cocoon phase, right? There's a new energy coming in and there's new things on the table. This person, whoever's coming up in your experience here, they want to try new things. They want to try doing things in a new way. I see that both of you are in this part 2 energy. Both of you have the experiences of going through a huge transformation and being on point with that. You probably both also have somebody in your past that just can't get over you. Because, honey, the more and more you choose you, the more the world out there is going to choose you too. See, because you saying to the universe, I choose me. I choose me. I choose my highest, lightest, and brightest good. I choose my spiritual evolution. I choose my personal empowerment. I choose my family. I choose my legacy. I choose my life purpose. And you know what? The more you're tuned with that, you're going to attract other people attuned with that too. But when you're busy looking for love out there, you're like, I need somebody to fulfill me. I need somebody to fulfill me. I need somebody to love me. I need somebody to love me. And when you're doing that, that's the signal you send into the universe. So that's what the universe is going to give right back to you. That feeling of needing somebody to love you. You see what I'm saying? It all comes, what you put out comes back to you. So if you're in this energy of self-love, this is the most empowering place to be. Somebody says, but Melinda, I don't know how to get there. I'm trying. I'm working on. Okay. Well, honey, first off, stop saying you don't know how to get there. The most important thing, the most important step, if you're at the very early phases of this, is to acknowledge that you want to know how to love yourself. You know, a huge transformation I've watched take place. The person who's very close to me, one of my very close friends, when we first met, it was behind spiritual guidance for sure. Because he was thinking, I need a tarot reading. And here I showed up. The thing of it was, he wanted to know, why is it so easy to give our love and our unconditional love to other people, but not to ourselves? And I said, rather than asking, why is it so easy to give your love to other people and not to yourself? Why don't you ask, how can I give love to myself the same way I love them? That question, I've watched this person in about 1.5 years make a huge transformation. Now this person is so happy on their own, got people trying to date them all the time. Everybody, I think this person did have 4 or 5 marriage proposals since then. And it's like, no, I'm good. Actually, I'm good. I'm not interested in that. You know, and why? Because it's not coming in like this, where we really vibe. We both got it. There's still people coming up to him who's attracted to him and all this stuff, right? But they looking for him to fulfill something in them. He can sense them vibes right away, and he shuts that shit down. You know what I'm saying? He went through a whole transformation where in the past, these were the very types of people he would connect into, looking for a love that would last. But now he's so in love with himself that it's so much easier for him to skirt on the bullshit that's going to hurt, that ain't got no sense, because they ain't coming in with the same type of love. They ain't spiritually activated like that. So in the position of what you need to know, we have the 6 of Swords. And we said things are getting easy. You're moving away from problems, okay? You're getting into a better energy. Somebody here, maybe that's them. Let's see what we got. Just because I love you doesn't mean we're good for each other. Yeah, what you need to know is this new person coming into your life is going to help you. But it's important now, because some of you are still caught up with the old person emotionally in your head. Okay, you're still caught up with the old person in your head. They say every time that person comes into your life, you need to acknowledge that, look, just because I love you, you don't need to see this person, you don't need to talk to this person, but you need to acknowledge to yourself, just because I love you don't mean that we're good for each other. I'm moving on. So again, the guidance coming out, when this person come up in your mind and your energy, in your spirit, in your feelings, ho'oponopono that shit. If you don't know what that means, you need to look it up. And ho'oponopono is a way of releasing this energy. It basically means, I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, and that's, I forgive you. It's a one-word statement, a Hawaiian one-word statement. Ho'oponopono. Okay, learn it, because it's going to help you remove the mental and emotional attachment to someone who is leaving your life, because you know if they stay in your life, they're going to bring a problem. You know, if you got a big purpose, a larger than life purpose, especially wherever you have a purpose that involves you being on the scene in some type of way, it appears to be that this person will bring in the wrong frequency. You know what I'm saying? You going to be in these major social circles. You're going to be doing this beautiful important, influential work and all this stuff. You got things to do. You a superhero, some sort of spiritual superhero, honey. What you need is a partner that can vibe with that, somebody who's got their own energy like that. Because what you don't need is somebody who's going to be coming to your experience and then dropping bombs in the middle of your spiritual retreats, of your live shows, of your whatever it is you're doing. Somebody who's going to be getting jealous because why you spending so much time with that person in the closed room like that? Well, because I'm a guidance counselor. I'm a spiritual healer. I do Reiki. Like, this is my job. This is what I do. The last thing you need is somebody questioning your purpose. You need trust and love and open, honest communication. And your career and your new job, whether that's in regards to literal money and finances and well-being, or spirituality, or both. This is your purpose, and it matters enough that you need to keep this space clear so you can do what you're here to do. Okay, if you're an entrepreneur, what are you doing running around with a person who can't handle you talking to strangers? Why are you always talking to other women and stuff? Because I'm an entrepreneur. How are the other women gonna know that they can come get their nails done or their cars read with me or get their stuff blinged out if I don't talk to them and tell them? Like, I got to talk to people. You can't deal with somebody who can't handle your purpose. You know what I'm saying? You have a special purpose. You need people in your life, especially if they're going to be in that intimate, close circle with you that can deal with your purpose. And so I see somebody here who is able to cope with your purpose coming in. It's important for you to acknowledge that anybody you've let go is because they don't vibe with you and your purpose and the real deal. You know, you might really love them, but at the same time, doesn't mean they're always good for you. And it doesn't mean y'all are good together. The guidance for you at the end of the day is the Two of Cups. And I feel like this is in relation to this new individual coming into your experience. Let's see what the book has to say about the Two of Cups energy, please. And thank you. Two of Cups. Two women standing close together show their partnership and mutual affection through the sharing of two flowers. The flower stems are intertwined, the spiral symbolizing the women's deep connection to each other. This is a card not only about mutual attraction, but also about deep emotional bonding as well. It can be about romantic unions, friendship, or business partnerships. Upright, it means emotional connections, attraction, union, alliance, and partnership. In reverse, detachment, irreconcilable differences, and misunderstanding. You ain't bringing none of that into your life. You going for emotional connections, spiritual connections, partnerships, and alliances. They are vibing with you. And somebody coming into your experience, they got that. For some of us, this is going to happen with the new zodiac year coming in. So let's clarify the guidance. Using shadow traits in a light fashion to balance a situation. Y'all saw us design this card right here live on the show for you. But this is saying, listen, to get to this love, you're going to have to be very perceptive. You learned a lot about your own shadow traits. And as you've mastered your shadow, they become tools in your toolbox. So now you'll use them in order to make sure that you are creating balance in a situation in regards to love. Okay. We're on the two portal. So now we have another two on the table. This is beautiful. Okay. As you move forward, what I'm getting, as you move forward from this time, anywhere you have mastered your shadow traits, it is important for you to utilize them to bring balance in a situation. See, in this yin yang image, the only part that is solid right here is the one where is the dark circle in the middle of the light. So that's using shadow aspects to bring light in. Okay. There's also a light circle in the part of the dark, but we're not focusing there. And that's the thing. Some people use light aspects to promote their dark agendas. We see it all around us all the time. I see that in the past, that's the type of sucker energy you were dealing with, is what I hear. Let's see what's at the bottom of the handmade oracles. I'm experiencing pure love, lavish wealth, and pristine health in all facets of my being now, on all time, space, and dimension. And if you want to invoke this energy in your life and anything that doesn't allow that, uncreate and destroy that right now, give your yes, 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 yes. Okay, that was actually really soft. The energy on that was really soft, which is letting me know that you are in tune with this in some type of way. They said cast the spell one more time. So I am experiencing pure love, lavish wealth, and pristine health in all facets of my being right now, on all times, space, and dimensions. And anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. Okay. All right, cool. It's still real soft. It's still real soft, the energy. So they had me do it twice because it's Tuesday, on a Tuesday. And once was for the physical and once was for the spiritual. And both of those are a confirmation that you have accepted this experiencing of pure love, lavish wealth, and pristine health in all aspects and facets of your being at this time. What a beautiful confirmation to receive. Because a lot of times when I do that, y'all know the charge is super strong, and I'll be telling you. And it feels like when that charge is super strong, like a whole lot was done. This one was really soft. So that's good. That's good on us. Okay. Let's see what we have from the OG words of clarity. They're saying this is in spirituality, in your energy, variety. You realize that you need to switch some things up. Okay. You realize that you're ready for differences. I heard you ask God, you ask Spirit, you ask the universe for these lessons, because we had the lessons in love. Okay, we had the lessons in love, but they were lessons in love that were upside down. And where you didn't get love, you were learning from not getting love. So you ask the universe, hey, can you switch this up? I want to learn in loving, wholesome connections now. I've learned enough from chaotic karmic relations. I'm ready now, and I'm asking. I want to learn in loving, wholesome connections with honesty, integrity, and transparency, I hear. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, colors and blocks and primaries. And this is getting down to the brass tacks, getting down to the foundations. Yeah. Anywhere. And again, to rebuild something that's going to be long lasting, generational. Yes. Correcting anything that was false from your childhood memories. You have done the work of getting down to your foundations and cores of why were you attracting those experiences. And you realize somewhere, you realize that there was a certain level of satisfaction. I heard of knowing you were better than somebody, that you had more, that you did more. But now in this new energy, you're like, no, I don't want to be better than anyone. I want my equal. There's something here about that for you. If that's you, there's definitely something in this message. You might be feeling like this whole thing is yours. So, the larger part of yourself, Spirit, in this situation, what's going on here? Accomplishment, mastery, realization. Yes. Achievement. The quote from Mahatma Gandhi: every worthwhile accomplishment, big or little, has its stages of drudgery and triumph, a beginning, a struggle, and a victory. I love. And from Thomas Carlyle: nothing builds self-esteem and self-confidence like accomplishment. So are you sitting up here and surveying the land of your life and all your accomplishments? If you have not, you ought to, because you are in a situation of accomplishment. Okay. And there are going to be physical and spiritual and emotional and experiences that comes in to confirm and validate that, to because it's actually a side effect of these accomplishments. I love this. I freaking love this. So let's see what we have coming out on the other side of the table here. I told you, you're getting a new partner in this. This is somebody who's going to be able to sit up here and explain, the details of your show, for example, while you go ahead and channel these messages, because they're your partner. They're your partner in this life. They're your partner in this purpose. What you do really matters to them, and what they do matters to you. Somebody coming in a co-creative, supportive element. Yeah, you already had some experiences in the past that taught you a lot of lessons about listening to your intuition, about where to go and what to do. And as a result, you made some changes in your life, and you've got into some beautiful places of accomplishment. Now there's somebody new coming in who's in tune with self-love energy, who's ready to try new things, and you are part of that. There's passion here. Somebody here attracting new clients that are ready. They got a passion for what you do. Somebody here is attracting new experiences that are going to unfold new passions for you. Yeah, there's new passion coming in for you. Somebody, though, definitely in love. There's a new love, a new passion coming your way. It's so important that you leave this old situation at bay. I heard at bay. Sitting on the dock of the bay, and I'll be sitting till the moon. Till the moon? Listen, so leave that person at bay, because they're going to be sitting there until nighttime. In other words, this person just sitting there staring at all their feelings, taking no action, doing nothing. The intuition is telling them till the moon say is what we're going to sing. So there's something here about some person here just sitting there, not doing what they ought to do until they listen to their intuition. Okay, leave them over there. Let them do what they're supposed to do. Mind your business, and you'll have more business in mind. What you need to know coming out is believe, honey. Affirm and accept. Believe it. If you've had to let go of somebody because you love them, but they were bringing chaos and confusion into your life, just believe it. I just can't believe that things turned out that way. I just can't believe that they lied to me today. I just can't believe, fill in the blanks. Okay, you just can't believe some what you've been saying. Believe it. Believe it. They really did that. They really don't get it. You really have to let them go no matter how much you love them. Believe that. Believe that, because something better coming in to replace. See, in the divine mind, there is no loss. There is no loss in the divine mind. There's only a knowing that anything that leaves your life is going to be replaced with something better. Okay? Yeah, something better. In the guidance. Ha, I love this. Stalling, but then I added the word installing. So, guidance here. Deal with your shadow traits while you're waiting on this energy to come up about this love, because you know that there is new love coming in for you, but you got to allow the time to synchronize. See, that person could be ready, you could be ready, but if you get together right now, something about the alignment of the planets and the energies, it's just not right. But if you just wait another week, another month, another 2 months, another 3 months, it's fucking worth it. You know why? Because then the alignment of the energies in the environment, in your experience and their experience, are so solid, so firm that it can come together in the perfect divine way, so it can do what it's designed to do. All right. Let's see what we have coming out in regards to the 3D realm from the miniature words of clarity. In your energy, idea. Yeah, you got an idea, all right. You were like, you know what? I'm just going to keep to myself. I'm just going to take care of myself until such a time. Okay, until such a time. I heard until such a time. Until things come in, until it's ready, I'm just going to keep to myself. Okay, the bottom of the deck. Why? Because there was conflicts. You removed yourself from some conflicts, and you removed some conflicting ideas. I heard you remove some conflicting ideas. All right, so you got this idea. You found a new one, a brighter one. And the idea was, you know what, I'm just going to take care of myself and love me. Because I heard that if I love me, then others in my experience will love me too. I'm going to take care of me, because if I take care of me, then the co-creative elements that also want to take care of me show up. Oh, what do you know? What you put out is what you get back. And when you're putting out a self-care energy, those who care for you also come in too. Okay. In this experience, in the 3D, momentum. Things are in motion. Okay, what you need to know is things are in motion. There are happenings. This thing is actually going to happen fast. It is going to happen fast. Yeah, it is going to happen fast. It is happening fast. They said, not gonna, remove the gonna from it. It is happening fast. So you're noticing while you're doing this and you're taking care of home, you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your health, your beauty, your finances, your family. While you're taking care of this, things are actually moving very quickly. You're noticing changes, positive energy coming into your family, your home, your finances, etc. Let's see on the other side of the table. Ignore. They said, ignore. Who is it going to be? They said it's important for you to ignore. Who is it going to be? Don't worry about who it is right now. See, this person is not worried about who you are right now. They're busy building on their passions and trying new things. You don't have to plan this shit out. As a matter of fact, you can't plan this shit out. The type of connection that is coming in for you, you can't plan it out. Only the universe and your angels, ancestors, and guides have the type of genius to conspire to bring this together the way it is in the perfect time and the perfect energies. Understand? Because see, you and I, we don't know everything about astrology. We can't see everything about every energy, but they do. They know about the timing is in relation to the universe, in relation to our planet, in relation to humanity, in relation to each of our individual circumstances. And they're like taking all this information and processing it and laying the pattern on top of each other from each of these different co-creative elements. And they're saying, oh, there's the point right there. If we do it at this point, that's when it's going to stick. This is when it's going to have the most tangible effect in your life. So don't worry about who's over there. Don't be trying to get a reading. Melinda, when is it coming? Please do yourself a favor and do not ask me a read. Well, you talked about today and it really resonated with me. When is it coming? What is their zodiac sign going to be? What do they look like? What are they working? What are they really like? Honey, if you're doing that, you're fucking with everything. Don't fucking do it. Leave it alone. Just trust and have faith that it's working out. What you need to know, we have clarity. You clearly understand now. They listen, everything, just because you love them, don't mean it's for you. You have clarity that's helping you create ease and flow in your life. And you understand now the power of your beliefs. See, somewhere you didn't believe that something was possible for you. That's why you kept dealing with all this craziness, the different problems that was coming your way. But now you found some clarity and you remove that situation. You remove that conflict. And you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You are on the right path. So this situation could pull you back a little bit, but it's only to launch you here further, okay? In the guidance position, receive in your physical life. Honey, listen, when the love comes in and it's like your vibes are going off and everything is going off, and then you confirm it all with conversation and taking time to get to know a person, allow yourself to receive this love. Don't start falling into fear and all the shit from the past. That's not what's here. It's a new energy. This is a new opportunity and you are to receive it. Yes, please, and thank you. So we're going to close you out before we get to our final message. They want to give you, I thought it was going to be another deck, but apparently it's the Affirmators cards. So let's see what we have from the Affirmators cards. And then we'll get to Georgina's personal message. And if you sent a $10 minimum donation to get a personal message today, go ahead and go in the comments box and let me know where I can confirm that. And then put your question in. And we'll get to you as well once we're done with Georgina's. And then if you need a reading, you want a whole video like this, something like that, go to my website. You can get that at any point in time. All right. And today today is a great day to get a reading with me because I actually have more availability than I have lately. I'm so happy to tell you all I have more availability than I have lately because I've been busy. Yes, I love it when I'm busy. I love being productive. I love being busy. Thank you. So thankful and grateful for all of you who contribute to my busyness and my business. I'm so grateful. Okay. What is the most important message here for you from the Affirmators? Guidance. I've just told you this. I've just told you this about looking into this other person. It says trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. So, honey, you walk in a tightrope. You may be blindfolded, but you got a guide sitting up there with you. Keep sensing out the vibes in your actions. He's holding a stick. It's giving me Wands energy. Okay. You want to be this is a bear. So you're very protective of your path, but you have this guide right here. This guide is guiding you, even though you can't see what's coming. There's a good thing you can't see everything that surrounds you right now. Certain shit has moved out of your life because they were trying to eat you up. Okay. There was something here about a very attacking predatory energy. That's what this finger was talking about. You became aware of it. And what you do, get the fuck out. Leave the chair empty. The chair is better empty than filled with your ass. You said, get out my chair. Get out of my chair. You don't belong here. Okay. What else we have for you, guidance? Abundance. Congratulations. It seems you're due for a little. And then they scratched out a little and says, an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. And it's a bonus card. So it's like, if you do this, trust. Oh, you coming into abundance, honey. So an abundance of love, it looks like. Anywhere where you've been questioning if you deserve it, or maybe there's not enough love to go around, just quit. Do yourself the favor and quit if you're still doing this. What's at the bottom of this deck? Ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride, and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what make things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. So, honey, you've been through it. You may have feel like you was strung up and left hanging to dry, something like that. Yeah, you may have felt like somebody was throwing you around. The universe was just bouncing you around from here to there. Well, it looks like you're coming into a new energy here. But what had to happen for you to get there was you had to get balance in yourself and learn Because some of us get caught up on, I'm a light worker, I'm a light worker, I'm a light worker. And because you're a light worker, you let motherfuckers stomp on you all day long. Not no more. You know how to speak up for yourself. You will use your shadow aspects to protect your energy, to protect your purpose, anywhere where it is to create balance in a situation. And you need that ability. That was key. Because whenever you're dealing with anybody in this life, something could come up. You got to speak up. You got to let your position be known. You got to take care of you at the end of the day, even if you are connected in this beautiful love energy, which I do see coming in for you. So for our final message for your free, timeless, channeled, general tarot message today from the postcards from Spirit is the first card that we pulled. On Earth, dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So get the answers you seek. You must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that Spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of. Genuine Loving Fan Club is how they sign this postcard from Spirit. So the conflict is over. You're coming into you're in a new energy now, in a life that you love. New opportunities and new love are here for you. You trust in your abundance in as regards to your career or this love. Things are kicking off in a beautiful way. It's kickoff time, I heard. It's kickoff time. All right, so that is your free message today. Let's go ahead and go back up and look at what Georgina has. Georgina just wants what you have for me. Okay, baby. Sweet. So you all are so awesome. I love the way DJ Ice and Jean Bean jumped in to help Georgina and me. Thank you for jumping in to help me. I'm so thankful and grateful that y'all jumped in to help me. So Georgina, you put one question up. If you want to do a second one, you can. But your first question was what you have for me. So let's see what they said the money and the law of attraction card. So for Georgina, we're going to pull one from this, okay? And then we'll see what else I'm guided to. What's a perfect message for Georgina at this time, please, from her higher self, angels, ancestors, and guides? I didn't even get a chance, and it flipped over in the deck. They said, take it. Okay. So perfect message for you, vibrationally here. I am the attractor of my every experience. It's card number 8, and it's telling me you are in your power, baby. You're speaking things out in a beautiful way. You know, you have consciousness here. You understand a lot of this stuff we've been talking about through this message today is a beautiful energy for you. You are meant to live an expansive, exhilarating, good-feeling experience. It was your plan when you made the decision to become focused in your physical body in this time-space reality. You were born knowing that you are a powerful being, that you are good, that you are the creator of your experience, and that the law of attraction, the essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn, is the basis of the universe, and you knew it would serve you well, and so it has. And so it has. So here you are, focused on a high vibration, and it's serving you really well, okay? I heard you're telling a beautiful story. Anywhere where you're telling stories that were difficult in your past, you're making sure to leave them off in the high vibration, talking about how it benefited you, how it served you at the end of the day, how it was a blessing in disguise. Your energy is showing up as the emperor, honey. You are in control. You are the authority in your life. The guidance for you at this point is the Ace of Pentacles. Accept the gift. God is giving you a gift. You have a fresh new beginning coming in here. You have a gift coming in here. You have an increase in finances coming in here. Somebody's going to give you a gift. There's a gift from God and a human in your life. So this is a new friend, a new something in a new person in your life. This is a beautiful energy. Okay. What do you need to know is the world. What you really need to know is, honey, you have leveled up. Successful completion to the old energies. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. See, you walked away from something. Moving on, the Eight of Cups. This is something that you had an emotional attachment to, but you moved on from it. And now you're in a fresh new beginning and a new energy. Ah, there we go. Aries season, new resources to help you in your purpose and how it influences the world. This is beautiful. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you all so much. I see your messages there, Georgina. She said, there's a Hawaiian meditation on YouTube about that. It's so good. Did that after my mental breakdown. Was an amazing experience and helped me to release so much. So somebody else here, you want to go look for a Ho'oponopono meditation. All right. So beautiful energy today, y'all. What a powerful, empowering message. I'm excited about this new reflective love energy that's coming into you with one who also has their self-love energy intact. I love. This is awesome. I see everything like you've all been preparing for the race. Everybody's at the race at the same time. This is it's a tag team back again. Check. I don't know. Something about tag team. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. This is what we have for you today. Whew. Until next time. Oh, they said thank them for the love donations. Yeah, somebody is going to be sending love donations off of this video. Thank you. So thankful and grateful if that was you. Okay, just make sure you mark it, love donations, so I know. All right. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. Mwah. That's all, folks.